Yuffa opts for the Queen's Gambit declined against Berkes in this Hungarian Super League to lakhs 2425 round 7 matchup. On d4. On e6. On c4 leads us into Queen's Gambit declined. On d5. Knight f3. On a6. Bishop g5. Threatening bishop takes d8. Bishop e7 played by Berkes. Berkes is planning to play. Bishop takes g5. Knight takes g5. Queen takes g5 and gain a significant edge. Bishop takes e7 played by Yuffa. Queen takes e7. Knight bd2. Knight f6. On g3. On b6. On takes d5. On takes d5. Rook c1. On c5 it is novelty move. On takes c5. On takes c5. Bishop g2. King castled kingside. King castled kingside. Bishop f5. Knight h4. Threatening knight takes f5. Bishop g4 played by Berkes. Rook e1. Yuffa is aiming to play. Queen c2. Queen b7. On h3. Bishop e6. On e4 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight bd7 played by Berkes. On h3. Yuffa wants to play. On takes g4. Knight e5. On g5. Knight fg4. Bishop h3. On f5. Knight df3. On f4. Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 and sees the initiative. Bishop e6 played by Berkes. On e4. Yuffa is preparing to play. On takes d5. Knight takes d5. Bishop takes d5 and increase their advantage significantly. On takes e4 played by Berkes. Knight takes e4. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes e4. Rook a b8. On b3. Queen f6. Knight g2. Rook b4. Knight f4. Rook d4. Threatening rook takes d1. Queen e2 played by Yuffa. Yuffa might go for Bishop g2. On h6. Queen takes a6. On c4. Rook takes e6. On takes e6. Queen takes e6 check and gain a significant edge. On a5 played by Berkes. Bishop g2. Yuffa might go for Knight takes e6. On takes e6. Queen takes e6 check. Queen takes e6. Rook takes e6 and secure a stronghold in the game. On h6 played by Berkes. Knight takes e6. On takes e6. Rook c3. On a4. Rook f3. Threatening rook takes f6. Queen e7 played by Berkes. Rook e3. Threatening rook takes e6. On e5 played by Berkes. On takes a4. Rook takes a4. Queen c2. Threatening queen takes a4. Rook d4 played by Berkes. On a4. Yuffa intends to play. On f4. Rook e8. On takes e5 and sees the initiative. On c4 played by Berkes. On a5. Queen b4. Queen c3. Threatening queen takes b4. Queen takes c3 played by Berkes. Rook takes c3. Rook d2. On a6. Threatening rook takes c4. Knight b6 played by Berkes. Rook b1. Threatening rook takes b6. Rook takes f2 played by Berkes. Bishop f1. Threatening rook takes b6. Rook b2 played by Berkes. Rook a1. Yuffa is looking to play. On a7. Rook f8. Rook takes c4. Rook b3. King h1. King h8. Rook c6. Knight a8. King h2, and take decisive advantage. King h7 played by Berkes. On a7. Threatening rook takes c4. On e4 played by Berkes. On promotes to queen at a8. Threatening queen takes e4 check. Knight takes a8 played by Berkes. Rook takes a8. Rook f3. Threatening rook takes c3. Rook takes f3 played by Yuffa. On takes f3. Rook a3. Berkes saw no escape and decided to resign.